Hello, my dear students. Today we are going to discuss a very important topic that is fundamental rights. Yes, my dear students, fundamental rights are basic rights that are well known as fundamentals to human existence. Okay, students. So, if at all, in the absence of fundamental rights, a man existence would be worthless. Understood, students? So, we are very properly today. Our topic of discussions is fundamental rights. Okay, students. So, all of you very properly listens. Full classes today, full video you observes. Understood, students? So, see, constitutions of India is the supreme law that lays down rights and duties for its citizens and the government to facilitate the smooth functionings of the country. India has the world's longest and the most detailed constitutions. Okay, students, the constitutions is a book that lists down all the fundamentals law necessary for governing a country. Okay, students. Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, an Indian lawyer and politician, was independent India's first law minister and the principal architect of the constitutions of India. Yes, my dear students, Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, okay, known as father of Indian constitutions. Okay, students, so Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, known as father of Indian constitutions. Remembering the father of the Indian constitutions, Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, popularly known as Baba Sahib Ambedkar. Dr. Bhimrao Ramji Ambedkar was one of the greatest leaders modern India has ever seen, known to be the author of Indian constitutions. Okay, student. So remember the name Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. Okay, students. Every country has a set of rules according to which the government governs the country. Understood, students? So, society progresses only when all its members get a fair chance to develop their potentials and explore their dreams and aspirations. Okay, students? So, conditions necessary for an individual's overall development are called rights, which are provided by the constitutions of a country. Okay, students? So, duties, my dear students, duties are a person's responsibility towards himself and others. So, being a responsible person, so duty is very important. Duties are as important as rights and must be carried out by virtues of being a citizen of a country. Okay, students. So, the constitutions of India holds all citizens of India equal irrespective of caste, creed, economics, and educational status and gender. Okay, students. So, the constitutions is of India is the supreme law that lays down rights and duties for its citizens and the government to facilitate the smooth functionings of the country. So, fundamental duties, along with the fundamental rights, the constitutions of India has listed some basic fundamentals duties to the citizens towards the nations. So every citizens of India is perform these basic duties. Okay, students. Some of the fundamental duties are citizens of India must follow the ideals given in the constitutions. We must respect our national flag and national anthem. Okay, students. So, next, citizens must help to keep the country united. Okay, students. Whatever the situations, must we keep the country united. Every citizen must help the government when the country is in danger. Okay, students. So every citizen's duty is there when the um, when the country is in danger. We must help the government. Okay, students. We must treat all the citizens as equal. There is no discriminations. Okay, students. So these all are the fundamental duties, students. Fundamental rights. So, fundamental rights are those that ensure people that they can live with dignity and freedom. If any of these rights are violated, understood students, if any of these rights are violated, our citizens can approach the courts. Okay, students? So, fundamental rights plays a very significant role in the life of any citizens. Understood, students? So, if any injustice to any individuals, or if a person is any type of injustice happens, any person is imprisoned without any reasons or by the unlawful act, then these rights allow the person to go to the courts for getting justice against the any type of actions of peoples. Okay, students. So today our topic of discussions, as we know that fundamental rights. So students, see, fundamental rights have been classified into six categories that are right to equality, right to freedom, right against exploitations, right to freedom of religion, right to culturals and educationals. The last one, right to constitutional remedy. So, students, let's discuss all this in a very nicely. There are six fundamental rights. So, let's have a discussions of all the six fundamental rights. So, first, right to equality. Okay, students, right to equality. This right includes the equality before the law, which implies a prohibitions of discriminations on the basis of caste, creed, color, equal protections of the law, equal opportunity in public employments, and abolitions of untouchabilities. So it also states that every citizens shall have equal access to all public places. Okay, students, these rights was made to abolish untouchabilities, which was practiced in India for decades. Next, number two, right to freedom. These rights includes the right to freedoms of speech, freedom of expressions, and freedom to form unions and associations. It also includes freedom to travel anywhere in India.
freedom to live in any part of India. Okay, students? Any part of India, Mumbai, Rajasthan, any part. It is the freedom to live in any part of India and the freedom to choose any professions of their interest.
So this right also states that any citizens of India has a full right to purchase, sell, and hold property in any part of the country. According to these rights, students, according to these rights, people will have the liberty to indulge in any trade or business. Okay, students. So, according to these rights, people have the liberty to indulge in any trade or business. This right also define that a person cannot be convicted twice for the same offense, and it also cannot be compelled to stand as a witness against oneself. Okay, students. Next, third, right against exploitations. These rights include the prohibitions of any form of forced labor. Children who are below the age of 14 years are not allowed to work in mines or factories, okay, where the risks of life is involved. According to right against exploitation, students, according to above rights against exploitations, according to these rights, no persons has the right to exploit the other persons in any way. Point to be noted, students. No persons has a right to exploit the other person in any way. So the next fundamental rights, right to freedom of religions. Okay, students, right to freedom of religions. This rights state that all people shall have equal rights to freely adopt, practice, and spread the religions of their choice. Okay, students, so all people have a equals right to freely adopt, practice, and spread the religion of their choice. The states shall not hinder in any religions affairs of any individuals in any manners. Okay, students, in this all religions have a right to establish and uphold institutions for religions and charitable purposes. Okay, students, so this is the right to freedom of religions. So very important. Next, so this right to freedoms of religions, it guarantees religion freedom and ensures secular states in India. Okay, secular states is what is students, secular states. What is the meaning of this word secularisms? So students, secularisms means a society in which the peoples are the citizens of a country have the freedoms of practicing any religion. Again, I repeat, students, secularisms means a society in which the peoples or citizens of a country have the freedom of practicing any religions. So this is the importance questions will be there, that what do you mean by secularisms? Okay, students. So moving to the next fundamental rights, uh, culturals and educational rights. So cultural and educational rights. This rights is one of the most important. Okay, students. This right is one of the most important rights, as education is the primary right of each child. Okay, students, very important this rights. Okay, so as educations is the primary rights of each child. According to these rights, all are free to follow the culture of their choice. Okay, all are free to follow the culture of their choice. Also, all are free to get the education of their choice. Okay, students, no individuals will be denied admissions in any of the educational institutes on the basis of their culture, caste, or religion. Okay, students, according to this, all the minorities have the rights to establish their own educational institutes. Okay, students, so cultural and educational rights is one of the most important rights, as education is the primary rights of each child. Okay, students, so the next rights to constitutional remedies. Okay, students, rights to constitutional remedies. So these rights is a very special right given to all the citizens. Okay, students, the right to constitutional remedy, this right to constitutional remedy is very special right, students, given to all the citizens. According to this right, a citizen has the power to go to the courts in case of denial of any of the fundamental rights. Okay, students. So, according to these rights, a citizen has the power to go to the courts in case of denial of any of the fundamental rights. The courts stand as a guard for anybody against the breach of these rights. Okay, students. So, what we right to constitutional remedies ensure citizens to go to the Supreme Court of India to ask for protections against violations of their fundamental rights. Okay, students, so this is very special rights. Okay, so students, from today discussions, we conclude that fundamentals rights play a very significant role in the life of any citizens. Okay, students, so these rights can defend during the time of complexity and difficulty and help us grow into a good human being, and that's why all the rights are the needs of peoples. Okay, students, we discuss today about fundamental rights. Fundamental rights are those that ensure peoples that they can live with dignity and freedom, and if any of these rights are violated, citizens can approach the courts. So more about we are discussing about all the six fundamental rights, that is right to equality, right to equality, right to freedom, right, students, right to freedom, and right against exploitation, right against exploitations, right to freedom of religion, right to freedom of religion, cultural and educational right. Okay, students, cultural and educational rights, and the last one, right to constitutional remedy. So these all rights we are discussing today. So see, students, can you tell me what are the importance of fundamental rights? Can you tell me what are the importance of fundamental rights? Yes, my dear students. So fundamental rights importance is this. First of all, fundamental rights create a feeling of security amongst the minorities in the country. Second, no democracy can function in the absence of basic rights such as freedom of speech and expressions. Students, can you tell me who is known as the father of Indian constitutions? As we are discussed already, so answer is what, students? Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. Okay, he's known as father of Indian constitutions. So what? See, our next questions is secularism. What do you mean by secularisms? So can you tell me, students? Secularism, students, means a society in which the people or citizens of a country have the freedoms of practicing any religion. Okay, student? Secularism means a society in which the people or citizens of a country have the freedoms of practicing any religions. Okay, student? So say democracy is a government of the people, by the people, and for the people. So our country, India, is the largest democracy in the world. Okay, students. So can you tell me what is democracy? Democracy is a form, students. Understood? Democracy is what, students? Democracy is a form, a type of a government in which people, citizens of the country, have the right to choose the representatives who form the governments. Okay, students, so we get an idea of what is democracy, these questions. Okay, so these all things we discuss today. See, students, India is a socialist, secular, and democratic republics. Because, can you tell me why? Because number one, all the citizens of India are treated equally. The citizens have the freedom to practice any religion. The peoples have the right to choose the representative to form the governments. Okay, students? So the country is governed by a president, and the representative chosen by the people. Okay, students? So the country is governed by a president, and the representatives chosen by the people. Okay, students? So students, can you tell me who is the president of our India? Yes, my dear students, who is the president of India? So answer is Ram Nath Kovind. Okay, okay, students, Ram Nath Kovind. Okay, students. So, so students, can you tell me who is the first woman president of India? Think the answer? Answer is Pratibha Patil, born 19 December 1934. Okay, students, is an Indian politician. She was the first woman to become the president of India, serving from 2007 through 2002. Students, can you tell me who is the Prime Minister of India? Obviously, you know very well. The answer is Narendra Modi is the Prime Minister of India. So this all we are discussed today, students. So please, all of you, be well, see the video properly and revise all the things, and study well, students. Okay, and take care. Stay home, stay safe. Thank you.